Welcome to Sew Lunchables. This is your sewing Sherpa Shauna, and today I'm going to do a little demonstration on the invisible zipper foot. Now I'm not going to teach you how to install an invisible zipper because there's a lot of parts to installing it. I'm just going to teach you how to use an invisible zipper foot or concealed zipper. So first of all, what is a concealed zipper? So an invisible zipper or concealed zipper is a zipper that looks invisible. You don't see it very well. So in this pillow, we have an invisible zipper. They usually have a teardrop shaped pull. And this one's put right next to the welting or piping or whatever you want to call it. And when you look at this pillow, it's really hard to tell that there's a zipper in there. So last week we used a regular zipper foot, and that would do a, glasses down, a centered or a lap zipper. So this pillow has got a centered zipper on the top, and my guess is somebody made this pillowcase too. And you can see the, oh that failed, you can see the zipper and all the seams and stuff. So, I mean, that's fine, but that's the difference between the two. So an invisible zipper usually has that teardrop pull. Now, I think that Coates & Clark, which is the most common zipper you'll find at the store, has got some pretty decent instructions in their little pull-out on how to install an invisible zipper. So if you buy one of those, do follow those instructions. Invisible zippers can come with all sorts of teeth sizes. So this one's got like a very fine teeth, small tooth. This one's got a larger tooth, which makes it better under stress, like if you're using it on sportswear or something. And then this one is a vintage one with metal teeth. But as you see on the front side, they have the teardrop. You don't see any teeth at all. You just see the tape. So why wouldn't we use a regular foot or a, first of all, regular foot? Let's see what would happen if you tried to install this with a regular foot. If you wanted to sew really close to the teeth here, your regular foot is going to be right on top of the zipper. So that's not going to work. Now, why wouldn't we use a zipper foot? So I'm going to put this zipper foot on, my favorite one, and I can get really close to the zipper. And I'll kind of show you what it looks like when I sew really close to the zipper. So I'm sewing super close to the zipper, but you'll see when I flip it over that you can see a large portion of the tape up to the center here. And if you looked at our pillow, you couldn't see any of that tape. So where we really need to sew on this zipper is in the groove right behind the teeth. So we literally have to be right up against those teeth. So now if I open this up and I flip it open, I can get my zipper really close to that, and I can use a regular zipper foot. I just have to hold the teeth open and get really close. But what happens is oftentimes we get too close and the needle will hit the teeth and we'll have to take it out and unpick it, or we'll break the needle, especially with this metal zipper. And you also have to hold the teeth open, hold the tape open, and it takes a little bit more skill. So they've invented what we call an invisible zipper foot to handle these problems. So this is an invisible zipper foot. It's clear plastic. These ones are actually my favorite ones to use on home sewing machines. They have a teeny tiny opening there, so your needle has to be lined up perfectly with that opening. And then it has two grooves in the bottom, which are hard to see. So I'm gonna show on this metal one. It's got a groove on the left and a groove on the right. And this little groove opens the teeth up. So when the needle comes down, it's really close to the teeth, but it's a lot more difficult to sew on the teeth because it's opening them up. Here's another one, and it's got like this kind of pokey in the front to help open it up. I've never used this one before, so maybe I'll use this one today. So I'm gonna pop this puppy on. And if you'll notice, if I bring my needle down, I'm gonna hit the foot. So I need to Move the needle till it's centered up in the hole. There, now it's centered up. So when you put in an invisible zipper, you're gonna, I think I'm gonna use the bigger teeth one just because it's purple, it's easier to see. You have to open the zipper and place it against your seam guide. And of course you can pin this into place. You can actually baste it into place. A lot of people like to baste it into place. They don't have to think about it. But it has the groove on the left side, it has the groove on the right side, because when you're putting in an invisible zipper, you want to start at the top and go down, and then when you do the other half, you want to go from the top down again. So it's not one of those where you can go from the bottom and back up, so you need to have a groove on both sides, and I'll show you what I mean. So right now I'm sewing super close to the teeth, and that little groove is opening up the teeth for me. And it's super easy. Ooh, I do like that sticking out like that. That actually does help. That's a nice foot. All right, boring. Now, come off, and, oh, my tension's off. Anyhow, if I zip this up, you'll see that the fabric is right up against the teeth. See, right up against it without sewing over them. So then to do the other side, I would get this, and I need to, whoa. Tip this open. And see, I'm going to use the other side of the groove here on the presser foot. So I can go from the top down. And I'll open up that direction. Of course, I'm not being very careful with my alignment on the fabric because I know this is a scrap and it's going to get unpicked and thrown away. But this is actually a good foot. I really like that little leader that's sticking out down there. And then I line everything up. Ah! Zip it up. And there we go. You thought I did it wrong, huh? That's one of those things when you get done with the zipper, when you put the invisible zipper in, there's a moment of panic when you get done because you have to kind of flip it around in all sorts of weird ways to get it to everything to line up. There. It's invisible. Can't even see it. Just looks like a seam if it weren't for the bad tension on that side. Okay. So that's your how to use an invisible zipper foot. Any questions? Hi there.